MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Michael Fulmer, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, thanks, Matt. On the bump, Michael Fulmer. Boy, what really turned his career around, learning the straight changeup. Always had a big arm when he came up in the Mets farm system, but since he arrived in the big leagues, more than that big arm, the fastball 95 to 97 miles an hour. Straight changeup, one of the best in baseball. Also has a curveball to go along with it. If he brings the changeup and the good one with him, he will be really tough to hit.
2-1 now to the Tribe's leadoff man. Now the 2-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. Jones is right there, one down. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Matty, you focus on this lineup, the middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters, the guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
And is the second baseman Jason Kipnis coming into this one against Michael Fulmer. He's 3 for 9. Now the 1-1 pitch. It is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
That misses, so the count goes full now to the second batter of the ball game.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
And there are 2 away now.
Batting third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. Top of the first just underway here in Motown. Skied into straightaway right. Castellanos is there. And that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Indians nothing. Tigers coming to bat. More to come after this on MLB Network. Corey Kluber, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, Danny?
On comes former Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber. Might have the best right-handed breaking ball in baseball. Great velocity too, 94 to 96, and he'll throw that comebacker that he'll start at a left-hander's hip and bring it back over home plate. Big overhand breaking curveball. Not a true curveball, more of a slurve, but it's nasty. Does have a changeup. If he has all 3 of his pitches, he's nearly impossible to center.
A full count, 3-2 to the Tigers center fielder. 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. Lifetime against Corey Kluber. He's hitless in 6 tries. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Next up for Detroit, Nicholas Castellanos. Jones at second, Candelario at first with no outs. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
The 2-1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And the run will score as the Tigers are off to a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Stepping in now, Victor Martinez. 3-2 now. Now the payoff pitch home. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first is in time for the first out. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
Next for the Tigers, inning even bigger here. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Zimmer. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
At the plate, James McCann. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside. And he struck him out. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. We'll move on to the second inning here at Comerica Park. The Tigers lead it 2-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Michael Brantley. He'll start it out against Michael Fulmer to begin the inning.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Popped him up. McCann waits on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Detroit Tigers. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Edwin Encarnacion now coming into this one against Michael Fulmer. He's gone 2 for 6. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Now the 2-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mata moves over. And that's the second out of the inning. Here's Yonder Alonso. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll get over to... Oh, it kicks off his glove. How did he do that? And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. They trail it here 2-0. And that'll bring up Mikey Mata. He'll start things out here against Corey Kluber.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, he's really laboring in the early going here. That's his 3rd walk of the game already. We'll see if he can get it together or if this is just one of those days where he's going to have to grind his way through this start.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. Lifetime against Corey Kluber. He's totaled 4 hits in 18 at-bats. Iglesias in front, 3-1.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Zimmer will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And let me tell you about first baseman Yonder Alonso. The bat plays, we get it. He's there for offense. But don't sleep on the defense as well. He's battled his injuries, but he's out there going to the post, making picks and bailing out his boys in the infield.
Dixon Machado digs in. On the ground for Kipnis. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to Alonso. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. A nice aerial look of downtown Detroit as we welcome you back to our MLB Network broadcast from Comerica Park. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher. Ball 2.
2-2.
Now here's the pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Into the box, Tyler Naquin. This is line to left, and there's the first hit of the game for Cleveland.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly through the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Jason Kipnis. Here's a little chopper up the middle, back to the mound, and off his leg. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Indians strand a couple. They're still down. It's 2-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jacoby Jones. He drew a walk his first time up. The 1-1 home. Line drive to left. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
Leadoff single to start the third right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
Into the box now, Jeimer Candelario. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Count even at 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
This one's smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Brentwood's on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Striding in once again, Nicholas Castellanos. He singled his last time up. The 2-2. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
The designated hitter, number 41, Victor.
Digging in to try it again, Victor Martinez. Runner in scoring position with two gone. The 1-1 misses for the second ball. Jones at second with two down. To third. Ramirez is up with it. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him, and that ends the inning. One left for Detroit. They're up 2-0. Ready for another chance? Jose Ramirez. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Throw to first in time. One gone here in the 4th.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Brantley 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. No runs, just one hit. No errors to this point for the Indians. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
Well struck down the right field line, but just fouls as he just misses extra bases.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone, grab your glove and flash some leather.
Stepping in now, Edwin Encarnacion. Hit sharply on the ground. A bare hand for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Indians fail to score. They trail things here 2-0. Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, James McCann. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 8, Mikey.
Next for the Tigers, Mikey Mata. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Leading off the inning, Yonder Alonso, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. The 2-1 home. This is line to left. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So a productive start to the inning for the Tribe as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
In now, Yan Gomes. Fastball called strike. 1-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Standing in now, Tyler Naquin. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Castellanos moves over. 2 down. Striding in for the Indians, Bradley Zimmer reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Ready with the 1-1. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're one.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Well, he's really been good all game long until that one. He was definitely not trying to hit a guy when he's got 2 strikes on him. It just appeared that it got away from him.
Into the box now, Francisco Lindor. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Francisco Lindor.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They're getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
And he fouls this one off. Alonso over at second. Zimmer at first. 2 out in the inning. The 2-2 one more time is looked at and the count moves full.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Now the payoff pitch home, and he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So stepping in, Jason Kipnis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 1-1 home. And a pitch takes off inside and gets away. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
3-2 with the bases loaded. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. 3 left for the Indians. They trail it here 2-0. Next up for Detroit, Jose Iglesias. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Tries to dump this one out to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Settling in now, Dixon Machado. He's set. Here's the 3-2. This is line to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
He was able to recognize that pitch early. His eyes lit up on that one. Able to pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
Jacoby Jones the next to hit. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. And he is in there.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Digging in once again, Jeimer Candelario. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gun. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. 1-2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
The 1-2. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. On a rope to the second baseman. And we'll get a look one more time here as we slow this play down, and you can see how quickly he reacts to the ball there as he's able to get full extension and take away the base hit. Into the box, Nicholas Castellanos. Count is 1-2 now. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Good battle. Count remains full. Once again, a 3-2. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. Tigers strand a pair, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Ready for another shot now, Jose Ramirez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Mata moves over, 1 down.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
Digging in and looking for more, Michael Brantley. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Popped him up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Hard on the ground towards short. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
First baseman, number 17, Yonder Alonso.
Here's Yonder Alonso. Last time through was a base hit. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Well, the Indians have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
A bouncer up the middle, reined in. There's one, and now the tag is applied. It's a double play, and the side is retired. Victor Martinez will start things off when we come back. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. It's the Tigers 2 and the Indians nothing. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out at the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Curveball that catches the inside corner. The 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away. Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. One out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's the second out.
The catcher, number 34, James McCann.
Ready once again, James McCann. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One and 2 to the Tigers catcher. Now the pitch. Pops this one up. Kipnis onto the grass, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit, but they're on top 2-0. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. We're through the first 6 innings with the Tigers on top, and before we start the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Sit him down.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
Fouled off. Now the pitch. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And this is a foul ball. Boy, that was awfully close. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling. And it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time. But if there's any doubt, go inside and get this thing right. The 3-2 one more time. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jones moves over. 1 out. Now batting, Tyler Naquin. He flew out in his last at bat. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. The 1-2. And another foul ball.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
The bottom third of the lineup hasn't put up a lot of resistance in this one. Pretty much has been sure outs other than that one hit. That really puts a lot of pressure on other guys to make stuff happen. These aren't the guys you usually count on, but it certainly helps if they can do something productive.
Let's go, Tigers!
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. To short. Iglesias is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're down 2-0. And that'll bring up Mikey Mata. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Well, when you've been out there as long as he has, you have to expect to lose a little precision in your location. He's up over 90 pitches now, so he might be starting to tire a little bit. Something to keep an eye on.
Digging in and looking for more, Jose Iglesias. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. The 1-1 home. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. On to Alonso. It's a double play.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
Stepping in now, Dixon Machado.
Nope.
And he hung a curveball that time that stayed high. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Just to the right of the chalk. A fair ball. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
In now, Jacoby Jones. Curveball, and he'll just watch this one. 3-1.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
The 3-1. And it's fouled away. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Into the box now, Jeimer Candelario. Hit hard down the line. Machado on second. Jones on at first with 2 down. Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Brantley. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Comerica Park right after this. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Iglesias now at short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Second baseman number 22, Jason Dickinson.
Ready for another shot now. Jason Kipnis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. This is line to left. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
Well, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, Dero. Breaking ball up and away, hard slider up out of the zone, hit for a bullet for a base hit.
Yeah, Dan, you try and look for it to pop out above the pitcher's hand. That usually signifies that it's going to be something breaking. That was actually a slider, so nice job by the offensive player, not only recognizing it, but not trying to do too much.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
The 1-2. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And I think that's the case of the pitcher being a little too preoccupied with the speed at first. He lost focus on making the pitch and throws an absolute scud. The irony, of course, is the runner's now on second, and he didn't even have to steal.
Two pitch is fouled away. Ground ball right side. Machado fields it cleanly, and there's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Brantley. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Here's the 1-2. And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Castellanos is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for the Tribe. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Indians, number 46, Oliver Gray.
Ready once again, Nicholas Castellanos. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-1 home. This is foul right side. Hit in the air down the left field line. After it is Brantley. He gets there and makes the play for the 1st out. And there are the final numbers for the Indians starter, and he'll be very happy with how the day went. Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, Victor Martinez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. One out, nobody on.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
And he fouls this one off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Standing in now, John Hicks. And he watches a splitter for a called third strike, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Shane Green comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 61, Shane Green.
Edwin Encarnacion now. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Line hard, but foul. Again, he sends it out of play. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. Final line there for the Detroit starting pitcher. Great day's work any way you look at it.
Yonder Alonso.
Ready for another chance? Yonder Alonso. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Bases are empty, 1 man in. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. The 3-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Machado comes up with it. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out.
Now batting, captain, Yan Gomes.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Last strike now for Cleveland. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
A 2-0 finish today. Detroit jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Michael Fulmer is the winning pitcher of record. Corey Kluber pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.